Y'all know me, right? John Costa. Today we're going to talk about electromechanical pinball machines. Basically, they're all the same. They've got steppers. Pass that around, take a look at it. That's what we're going to concentrate on today. They got coil packs. There you go. That's it. Part of electromechanical score reel. Jones plugs. Exactly.
Shuffle out without taking it apart.
Exactly. And these will give you more trouble than anything in a pinball machine. How many people own the EM machines? Anybody? All right. That's good. I got like 25 emails on EM, so. How many people know how to read a schematic? Excellent. For the rest of you, you need to learn how to read a schematic. I'm going to show you a few tips today that the schematic won't be necessary to fix your machine. Basically, you can break an EM machine down to three main parts. You have the head, which has all the score reels in it. You've got the play field, which is how the game knows what to score. Of course. You got the base. Okay? Now I always, when I do a shop job, I basically take the machine apart. I take the playfield out, take the bottom out with all the coils on it, and I go through each stepper unit, each coil, and I make sure that each one's working properly. But today, for today's, we don't have 12 hours, so I'm going to give you just some quick rundown. When you first get your machine, the first thing I would do is check the fuses. Make sure your plug is good on the cord. There's so many times that I've found plug the machine in, go to turn on, nothing. It's always right here where it comes up out of the head. It's broken. So, this machine here, I don't know what's wrong with it. I just got it. Lady dropped it off Thursday evening. So, basically what we're going to do is I'm going to check the fuses. I'm going to check the Jones plugs. I'm going to show you how to clean those. I've read some people use 600 sandpaper. I don't like that. I use Scotch Brite. Scotch Brite is your friend. You buy these at Walmart. They're a little expensive, but they work great. Who's got the Jones plug? Sure. All right. Basically, you pull it out. Take and you can just polish this, make it look beautiful. Come through, do the center, same way. Perfectly shiny. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that right quick. Everybody see? Perfect. Now this one has a different type. Valley is notorious for these crappy connectors right here, these females. So what I do with them is I push them together, just like that. And you'll feel them. There's a little gap in there. And basically what you're doing is you're assuring that the connection between this and this is perfect. Now, I noticed one thing right away. Somebody has come in here and soldered on the wire. Just from experience, I know that this is the head, the general illumination for the head. They're always burned, so I've got connectors for that. I'm going to show you how to change that. But for right now, we're just going to pop that in there. I mean, when you go to push this in there, it's tight. That means you got a good, firm connection. What you want to do is eliminate all of the unknowns, basically.
If that female socket is broken, can you get replacements or can you fix it? Like if the bake light is broken?
The only way you can get a replacement is to take it off of another gang. I think Pinball Resource,
okay,
they may have some new ones, but they're pretty expensive.
Do you have any recommendations for fixing them?
I would just cut the wire off of, I mean, if the bake light's broken, that's not going to hurt it. You don't have to worry about that. If a connector is broke off, that's a different story.
Right.
You're going to want to cut that wire off. And I've got these.
Just use a different plug. I put in a plug.
It's actually a little connector. You can buy these at Radio Shack. It's a male and female.
Okay.
That's it, right? It's a crimp.
Okay.
Bypass your valve. Put one of these on.
Quickly.
Or story.
Okay, once I get all the Jones plugs done, I'm going to go to the stepper units. And what I'm looking for, this is just quick there. For me, I have to tear every stepper unit apart and rebuild it. And I'll show you all how to do that. But just for this demonstration, all I'm going to do is manually hit it, see if it resets. Works perfect. And I'll do that for each of the ones in here. Now there's a set of Jones plugs on the Sonor bank, so don't forget those. Rotisserie in the big one. Now Valley is notorious for having a bonus unit that if you don't have it working, it will not start the game. And that's this unit right here. It's basically a stepper. Steps up, steps down. Good. And I go through and I take all the coils. Because the first thing you're going to find when you do that is a burnt coil. Because the sleeve will be ruined. See, like, it'll just be loose. Tighten that up. I have screwdriver. Alright, you also have some steppers in the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see in there. You got your ball count and your player. So if, let's get them real quick, they work good. Okay. Now, I can see right here, there's a plunger for one of the chimes is missing because the top plate is missing. Now they make replacement rubbers for that. Let's see, it's right here. And you just insert inside the aluminum plate and you just screw them down. But we'll get to that. Let me clean this Jones plug real quick. You don't have to worry about which order they go in. One goes one way. Now what we want to do is check our fuses. Everybody knows how to check fuses. Anybody that doesn't know how to check fuse? Travis?
I will when this is over.
Properly check fuse, you got to pop it out of the socket. So one at a time, pull them out. Set your meter to ohms. Everybody know what ohms looks like? Upside down horseshoe. Even has a little ding ding. Huh? That one's no good. Look at that. You're in luck. Same trick. What you don't want to do is check your own ohms. Keep one finger on one side and one against the other. Alright. I also check to make sure that the score motor is free. It's not froze up. Now we're ready to go ahead and plug it in and see what happens.
We need to stand back now.
Anything can happen. Usually does. Well, that's not too bad. How many people have experienced that? Everybody. Okay, that's a simple fix.
Just
Basically what's happening is a score motor is turning. When a score motor turns, it's sending us a pulse to each one of these score reels. If the score reel does not set to 0 and open up that circuit, it's going to continually run. Okay? So, let me turn this thing around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I thought I had a score reel. Everybody see that? Now, I forget which one it was. Can you turn it back on?
Player 4.
Was it player 4?
Yeah, this one's slow.
Okay, we're working on these right here. Basically, there's a lever on the bottom. Pull it up, slide it out. Boom. You've got a run switch. You've got a basically the switch that activates when it's on 9. And of course, you've got switch won't work. Okay. So basically we're going to take that apart. Okay, it's got a retainer clip right here. Pull that on. Phillips head. Bugs. It has 3 Phillips head screws that hold the score. 3 on. Pull those off. Obviously, they've never been rebuilt before. Comes right on. It's got 2 springs. One for the cog, one for the return. One's bigger than the other, one's smaller. Now when you're taking this apart, it's got a little indentation. You gotta get around there. And it lines right up with this cog arm. Just pull it straight off. Now I don't see any restriction right here. Now, every book you've probably read says don't use something, right? Contact cleaner. Definitely don't want to use that. It's highly flammable. But WD-40, on the other hand, if used correctly, can benefit you. If I have my WD-40. This. Any rat, any towels in there?
Packing for a phone.
Yeah, I'll grab that. Spray the WD-40 on the unit itself. I spray it on paper. It will cause a little fire if you use it wrong. Basically, you don't want to put it on anything that's any contacts. So basically everything I'm putting it on is mechanical, okay? It's an armature. That's all you need, it's just a little bit. We'll take our Scotch Brite. When you're doing this, lay your finger under here to support the contacts and just wipe it in. That's all you do. Shine it up, it looks beautiful, brand new. Slide that back in there. It's okay to take your Scotch Brite, polish it up, wipe it down, nice and shiny. Slide that back in there. Now what you want to do is check this particular one, it was getting hung up. So I don't see anything wrong with the coil sleeve. Basically what I'm looking for are burrs. It's nice and smooth. I'm going to reassemble it to see what's going on. Again, I'm using indentation. Small spring goes on the stop. Always goes on first. Large spring goes over that. It's the reset. Test it. Work clearly. Now when you're doing this, you'll notice that this armature is in between two sets of contacts. One is your run contact. The other one is your reset contact. And then if you have a third one on there, it's usually to advance the next score reel once you get to 9. Bumps it up to the next step. That looks good. So what you're looking for here is to make sure that this arm is in the little channel and it's running around and it comes around and it should open. This contact. Now it's in the fully upright position, but it's not opening the contact. Without that, it's going to continue to run. So we're going to go ahead and adjust that. Y'all seen one of these before? Right here at the base. Not going to do much. Now somebody's already bent this down. Apparently it may not have been running at one time. They just put the thumb on it. That's exactly what the problem is. Just adjust this. You can also see that the contact is not perfectly straight. You want that thing perfectly straight. Now if you look at that contact, the profile is perfectly straight. Perfectly straight with the other. Let's not see how it works. Although it's bent correctly, it's still not opening the contact enough to stop it from running. Just bend it a little more. Now we have about a 1/16 inch gap between the bottom and the contact. And that's what we want. There, that's perfect. Now when it comes up, go down and go up. It's perfectly open. Now we're going to have to do that for all 4 of these. I saw 2 of them. 2 of them won't work in the whole full adjustment. I don't know how many times I put these together and forgot to put the little pin back in there. So, because this thing will pop up and this armature pin will fall out, and then you put it back together, and you go, oh man, it's not working. I just spent an hour. Okay, there's a little pin here, and it lines up with a little slot right here, which is nice because you don't have to worry about home position. Slap it in. Take the screw, drop those in.
What do you recommend for cleaning those score reels without taking the paint off?
Well, some of them you can't clean them without taking the paint off.
Yeah, that's been my experience.
Yeah, the Chicago coin is notorious for having score reels. I think it's because they put them on metal. Just have to be careful. Basically, on Chicago coin, I wipe around the letter instead of over the letter. Or the number. Over the number. Valley's pretty good. They're pretty robust. I'll put our RP in here. And of course, we want to check it before we put it in. Okay? Okay. Lay that one out. Only go in one order. This one too is having the same issue. Usually I have to turn needle nose for this one. My nephew borrowed them. I don't know that. Unfortunately, it's not glamorous, it's tedious. Still got WD on this.
Hey John, what are you wiping when you wipe the WD?
Basically, you're wiping the solenoid dust off of it and any other crap that's gummed up in there. Some people recommend to use Teflon lube. For me, I've been doing this 10 years. I haven't had a single score reel ever lock up on me after using a little WD.
So you're just wiping around the shaft?
Around the shaft, cleaning up this there's a set of contacts on here for your for the match. So if you're on 4th player and lines up with 9 or this other one 0, it'll give you your match, which you'll win a game. It's not that important to clean those, but I like to clean them up after that.
Well, you're in there, you might as well.
That's exactly right. You have 20 parts, you might as well clean them. Like I said, this is just quick and dirty. Usually takes me probably 10 to 12 hours to shop a pinball machine DM. Because when I do it right. Take my time. And I don't get any callbacks. There's nothing worse than working on somebody's machine. They play it for a week and then they're calling me back, oh, this stopped working. Oh, this stopped working. This score reel's hung up. That's do it right the first time. Save yourself all that. Now we'll observe the contacts. That's perfect. Should have about a 16th inch gap on your run contact. Now whenever you score, the coil pulls in. This contact here is what cuts the power to this coil. So that you get the speed of as it's ramping up score. So you want to make sure that that opens every time the cog is pulled all the way in. If it's shorted shut, it's just going to go, so that's working great. Got a little alignment pin, let's drop that in. No, I took the springs off. It's just a tube. Just pull them off real quick. You have to pull them off to get the, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, centering hub. You have to pull those off to get that. That's correct.
You think they were just a little gunked up and dirty?
100%. If you have a pinball machine that hasn't been shopped in the last 25 years, you have to go through every single score if you want it to work 100%.
Yeah, otherwise it'll work for a while, then the next one will go.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. This one's working good. That cobweb on. Okay. Now you can see the cog is pulled all the way in, and I'm not holding it, and it's not releasing. So get better at this, you'll be able to pull all these apart one player at a time, go in the house, clean the reels, do that, slap it all back together. Just takes practice. Take the springs off. Center hub off. You can run this along with contacts on here. When you do that, you can just pull these off. There's a centering Phillips head screwdriver on every one of these wafer boards. Just pull that, it slides right off, and polish it right up. I've never seen a match not work.
Being the 10s digit, that's got more to it because of the match.
Yes.
Where do the other
The
digits?
10s and I think it was the 100, right? Yeah, they have to line up. Yeah, I feel a little, I'm going to pull this coil sleeve down. It's a little rough. Valley makes it real nice and easy. Gottlieb sucks. Although they're a little more robust, it's a little harder to work with. One thing you don't want to do is lose the screws. Black on dark blue carpet. Alright. Basically, I'm just going to take this, roll it up into a little W. Not much.
Looks like a little goes a long way.
That's exactly right. Moderation is key. Now, as you can see, when I pulled this off, the Valley was nice enough to have the switch stack attached to the frame of the coil. So now you have to make sure that you line up the armature and put it back together. There's only two, it only goes in one place. Take care of two switch stacks, right? You can see that. Everybody see that? I'm a little rough with the reels. Can break the wires off. Easily solid that. Just hold these out one at a time, not grabbing anything. All in what you feel capable of doing.
So with squirting reels, would you say like it's maybe 80% of the time it's mechanical gunkiness, and maybe 20% of the time you got a broken wire or a messed up
Yes.
coil sleeve or something like that?
Yes. The biggest enemy you have is the age of the machine and the lack of maintenance. Basically, you're just going through and cleaning it up. When you come across problems that require you to use a print, that's when it can get tough. sets, set to 5, which is 180 out. So you'll know you did something wrong. Still something wrong with this reel. Hog is catching a pin on the pin that holds that plastic armature in place. The pin is sticking out just enough to catch the side of the coil sleeve. It's hanging up, so we're going to keep the shit out of it. What's happening, there's a pin in here, and that pin is sticking up. Can you see it? I mean, my nail is grabbing. Well, if that's sticking up, it's going to grab the coil sleeve, and that's what's happening. So, I don't know if I have... Drill bits are great for this. Flush. That's all it's A good technician would have found that the first time.
Is that something that just comes out over age or time, or?
Vibration. Yeah. It's not typical for sure. May have been from the factory like that. Just now there's enough play in it that it's catching. See something else that's wrong. The match is hanging off here, see? It's just dangling. So, I probably won't have anything to fix that. It won't affect the play right now. Voila, works like a champ. Put your hand in. Let's have a little groove in the front. Line it up. Lift the little locking mechanism up. Slide right into place. Fortunately, all the wires just can line right out, so you don't have to worry about got the right one in there. She said it would be easy. Hopefully the game will reset and you'll get a ball out. Let's see what happens. That's a good sign. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing I'm going to show you, how many people have changed out bumper skirts before? Anybody? All right. Oh, so y'all professionals. Let's go ahead and see if we can play a game on it. See what else we can find that's wrong.
Okay.
When I say play a game, I mean use my finger and hit a high score. Okay, once you have the game up to this point, you're like, man, I want to play. Well, let's check out, see what else is wrong. So basically, just activate the switch. Working good. Good. Oh, what we got there? That is a locked-on gate switch. Okay, when you hear a vibration like that, the contacts just need to be clean, or the plate needs to be clean on the coil itself. Got the lights out. Kicked up to the next ball. That's nice. Gates a little bit. Good. Good. Okay. Now what we're going to discuss, the game seems to be working through. Of course, I could never lay it out in the shop like this. Fix that gate too. Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. Let's talk about stepper rebuild. Okay? Because the fact that this game is working is a miracle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you play this thing 2 days, I guarantee something will break. Where's that? Let's see one of those steppers. Now, there's a host of different steppers. There's continuous steppers. There's single increment. There's single decrement. This one here is the player up stepper unit. There's variacs, targets, where it actually just comes up, scores, coil releases it, and it comes back. Is there another one out there? Which one's that one? Okay, this is like a bonus unit. We're gonna tear this apart real quick, and I'm gonna show you how to get it fixed. Without your stepper units, your game is not gonna work. It may work haphazardly, but it's not gonna work correctly. Let's see. Oh, the reset's okay. Step up, all right. We're going to tear it apart and show you how to fix it. Okay. First thing you want to look at is home position. So you cancel it, it goes to home position. So if you stepped up, you hit it, it goes to 0, right? And you want to mark it. Just put a mark on it. Put a dot. So when I go to put it back together, know where I want to put it. The spring is probably the most important thing because that's what holds the tension on the return. So basically, you just pop it off and you use that as your home position. 1, 2. This only has 2 revolutions on it. Okay. Then you come in here and you got your springs. You can set them out to where they go on the reel. Now on this particular one, we're going to have to, because this is an increment up and a decrement, it has a lot more hardware to it. So you have these cogs that ride up and down on these arms. So you want to make sure that they're free. Take my little WD. Now everything here is mechanical except for the coils and 2 little switches. Okay, so we're going to be working on mechanical. Now this one, we have to take this contact off to get to to remove this lever. And I want to take that lever off because they usually get gummed up. Come on now. Y'all sleeping over there?
It is a pretty small screwdriver.
It's pretty small. Thank you.
Helps out.
Okay, you got a locking plate. Exactly right. You have a tension plate, and this thing pops right off. Okay. Same with the score reels. Got a little clip. Pop that baby on. This one, the coil will have to come off to get the cog off. And the cog
All this stuff, did you just learn it yourself by tinkering with it, or you had a place you worked at that they kind of taught you some of that, or you
No,
read about it?
when you're when you're an obsessive compulsive collector like myself and you're poor, you have to learn to work on stuff yourself. So basically I hung out with a bunch of people like yourselves and I listened to what they had to say and I read a bunch of information online and I
You pulled it from all different places.
that's exactly right. Pulled it all together
Learn yourself too.
and found a system that worked for me and then mastered that system and then now I try to help other people.
That one out of your truck.
Well, I have one in my other bag that's in the room over there.
John, what I've got a John, I've got okay.
Got you covered. Exactly. 20 and stuff. All right.
Can you pretty much put those back together from memory?
100%. I mean, it's really not hard because it only goes one way. You can't, I mean, you can put something in the wrong position.
So someone
And when
will
you
try
go to
at
test
home.
it, you'll see that it's not working correctly. Like if you line this pin up that activates this contact, this is a normally closed contact, and if you line it up on this side, when it resets, it's going to be pushing it closed. Well, it's already closed. So you know that you've made a mistake and you can go back and fix it. And what we're going to do, I love Scotch Brite. Scotch Brite's great.
I thought it was gut to it.
Yeah.
What's a close
Temporary
second?
fix. No, Scotch Brite's cleaner, man. It's a polisher, dude. 30 years. 30 years. 30 years. Come on, give me 30 years. Okay. So your pin your cog comes off. You take your Scotch Brite. Now you can see the thing is ridiculously dirty. It's probably working well. See that? I mean, that looks brand new, right? Scotch Brite. Great. All right, you're going to do that to your to all these tabs, and then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to support the finger with your finger. You're just going to drag it across. So it's perfectly shut. Now I'm not going to go through and clean this whole entire thing. If this centerpiece, this is nylon against metal. Sometimes it'll build up, some previous owner will put grease on there and it'll harden up like a rock and you'll have to clean it out. In this case, this one's free. Not going to worry about that. Just going to drop this back on there. We got our little dot on there. Got our dot on the pin. So it doesn't matter if this thing moves anywhere. Who cares? Because you have it lined up. It only goes one direction.
It does have degrees where it's all bound up. What's the best thing to clean?
I use WD.
I know some people use like brake cleaner or something like that.
No. Brake cleaner is for cleaning brakes. I've never had to use it. I mean, some people. Zero position, right on the mark. Now you can retension these. Say you get in there and you see that it's setting away from the contact like that. Don't be afraid to bend it. Now you can put too much tension on it and then it won't turn. But for the most part, it's almost impossible. Joystick amusements. They must need a pinball fix. All right. So when we're, huh? No, that's Charles Callis. He owns Joystick Amusements. He's a good friend of mine. I'm gonna drop this back in there. Got our cog. Look at that, it's got rust on it. Now what I like for this is a drill. Chuck this into a drill and go, cleans it right up. Yeah, it works great. Yeah, we can wipe it with WD-40. I was just going to reassemble it and throw it together. Anything that's mechanical, you can wipe with the WD-40. What I don't want to see you do is this right here on the contacts. I don't want to see that, because that will be a fire, okay?
Just a small one.
As some people have experienced, and I'm not saying who. Now on this particular stepper unit, it has a broken screw. So I would typically fix that, drill it, and have it. If you forget where this goes, like I was just thinking to myself, man, was that on the right side or was that on the left side? I can't remember. The easiest way to remember is look at the rust on your top clip and it'll match the rust that's on this clip. And it lines right up. But I expect y'all to remember.
And you can take pictures beforehand.
Yeah, you can take pictures. Like I said before, when you go to test this, it's not going to work properly before you put it back in the game. Now, when I say put it back, I mean you're pulling it out about 6 inches. It's not going very far, but you'll be able to. I made a mess of the table. I hope you don't mind. Another reason why I use moderation. Tighten that up. Every single stepper unit in your game has to be cleaned and adjusted properly, or the game will not work reliably.
That's why it's such a value to have you shop out at EM.
Number on hand.
See, now look at this. I can tell right now that I put this back together wrong. Where is the switch armature? It's on the wrong side of the contact. The contact cannot move. So, dumbass has to take it apart. That's what you get for being smooth. Basically, these machines are designed to go one way. It's not to say that there's some out there that you can accidentally screw up. For the most part, you don't go in there and start. I'm going to show you all how to clean contacts too. I don't want to hear about, well, I've adjusted and cleaned all the contacts in my game and it doesn't work. Shouldn't have done that. In my experience, there's very few contacts that need to be adjusted. For the most part, they're the heavy hitters. Your score motor contact usually usually is burned and pitted. That would need to be cleaned, readjusted. This is score motor running. Switch here, small one. Perfect. You forgot to put the spring on. So basically, it's 1, it's 2.
And John, you counted that when you undid it. What if you forget to count? Is there kind of like an average, like a typical number?
Which is, there's not an average, but there's a mechanical limit to the stepper. So if the stepper, if you crank it on there 2 times and the stepper doesn't reset all the way, go ahead and crank it one more time.
Is there, like, if you do it too many times, is there a disadvantage?
Yes, if you do it too many times, what you're doing is you're putting too much stress on the increment coil, and what will happen is it'll pull in
won't function.
and nothing will happen. So yes, there's a balance. That's perfect. Now it works. Okay. That's steppers. Let's talk about contacts. This will work. Okay. When you're working on your machine, there's a throw to your coil. And that, as the coil is energized, it pulls the plate in, which moves your contacts. It's either opening or closing. Now on this one, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 open, 5 open contacts. There should be about a 1/16 of an inch to an 1/8 of an inch gap between that, depending on how much throw is on the coil. Okay. I love 1500 wet sandpaper. This stuff right here. 12 to 1500. Works great for polishing contacts. Now it's not going to need a burnishing tool if you're going to file down your EOS. Everybody knows the EOS switches and the stroke on your flippers. You're going to clean those. They need a little heavier grip. Okay, so basically all you do is just slide this, not like long paper, just like that. I'm not going to sit there and slide that baby in there. I'm going to pull the coil close. That's it. 1 or 2 times. That's perfect. It's just enough of the bam. Done. Of course, you need your tool if you're going to adjust anything. The contact tool. Everybody's got one of these? Get one. What's nice about this, other than a screwdriver, you can take a screwdriver and push it on the base where it ties into the wafer, but these work a lot better. Perfect. Now, when the contacts come in contact with each other, it should be something like this. They should be offset a little bit, and when they push, they rub. Okay? That's the way it should work. And basically what that does is it self-cleans itself. If it's not adjusted correctly, it won't be good. Those are good right there. Whenever you're pushing cog all the way to the 0 position, the pulled in position, you can look at each individual contact and see it move. See it move? That's that wiping motion. I mean, it's ever so slightly, but it doesn't take much. Okay? That's good. Another trick is to tighten up the stack. I don't ever do that. Sometimes I do. What else? Let's talk about different types of switches. Good board in. Anybody know what that is?
Normally open.
Normally open, very good. Normally closed. Anybody? This is a make and break switch. So basically, whatever's activated closes one side of the contact, the other side opens. That's all it is. Let's talk about AC and DC voltage. You have DC, AC, ohms. Let's talk about the two voltages. Most of your pinball machines have both voltages in there. The DC voltage is used for coils, like the pop bumpers and the flippers. The AC voltage is 6 volts for your general illumination and your lighting. 30 volts AC, 25 to 30 volts, depending on what machine it is used to run all the other coils. The reason they use DC voltage is it's snappier. You get a lot. You don't have to worry about the cycle of the basically on AC voltage it goes from 35 or 3 coils, I think, for the flipper. This one's got 35 volts. It goes from 35 volts to 0 to 35. So what you'll get is a chattering because it drops out, and then as the cycle continues, it'll kick back on. So I think Gottlieb was the first to go to. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But, the DC voltage is what you need for coils. Okay. What else? Wow. Who's going to read this? If you look at this, you're like, where to start? I use schematics mainly for specific problems that I cannot track down visually. Prime example, the bridge rectifier for a Captain Fantastic runs the pop bumpers, and basically what had happened was that there's a wire that runs right here right here. See this yellow wire? It's all crushed. It's poor design because it's hitting this little plate right here that holds the play field up. And what happens is it'll break, and then you won't have any pop bumpers. So when you have your schematic, you can look up the color going from your bridge rectifier. And anybody know what a bridge rectifier looks like? Square. Yeah. There's different variations. Some of them are round. And they got 4 prongs. You got AC, and then you've got your DC or your let's say. Well, I think in this one. They've got the standard diode. AC. Positive. Everybody knows how they work, right? It's just a series of diodes that are facing each other. You got AC voltage, which cuts the diode cuts the voltage in half, and that's how you get DC voltage. Coils, y'all know what coils look like. coil would be something like this. What else? I guess I should open it up. Questions, anybody? Problems that you've seen that you're in trouble with? Man, y'all are dedicated. I'm sorry. 20 minutes over. Whew. Who is next in line?
Joe.
Oh, yeah? Has he been by?
You've been poking around here. I didn't want to say anything.
Well, I mean, you can talk about EM machines, like I said, for days. I mean, there's so many problems that arise with them. Shorted contacts. One problem that I see a lot of, and I'll demonstrate on this. Your play field has a life of itself. So if you take hear that? What that is the chime and the 10 to the score. So when you turn your game on and you see that this is instantly goes to 10 points, and you hear that's your chime trying to ding, and then the score reel is giving you 10 points. So immediately you know there's a contact on the playfield that's shorted shut. That's a typical problem, because what happens is these rubbers dry out and people try to adjust them and they get them too close and they short.
I have a little Joe balance game that randomly, like start a game, sometimes it'll score 10, your 30 points. Before you
Rollover problem.
Yeah, so there's a switch somewhere that's
Does it have rollovers?
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's what the problem's going to be. Somebody went through and waxed the playfield, and this thing's not bouncing anymore.
Yeah.
That's a simple fix. You pull this off, you clean it, and then readjust the contact. You should have that problem. On this game, there's a flipper that's broke. This is wrong color. It should be white. I'll change that out. I'll change that flipper out.
What about a game that constantly blows a fuse every time you power it up?
Well, that could be a world of different problems, but I would suggest checking all the coils. If you have a coil that's black, like this one right here, look how toasty that baby is. That thing's been locked on. Heats up, blows a fuse.
I know I talk to hearing yourself talk.
All right. Apparently, we've run out of time.
Like, who's going to tell me?
I'm sorry. All right. Love EM machines. You're welcome.
Good.